Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So happy Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day, so today I figured before you guys all woke up, I would film a video doing my makeup look for Valentine's Day. It's super simple, super easy. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention I've been noticing this like redness around my cheeks this week, and I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't wash my face for like 2 full days this past weekend. I went and visited some friends, and if you haven't seen that video, then check it out. I'll link it up here. So anyways, I think that my skin just like reacted because it had makeup on it for like 48 hours without being washed. So anyways, I picked up this Burt's Bees collection at the drugstore, and it's really nice. They've got a scrub, they've got a deep cleanser, and they also have a moisturizer. So anyway, before I started this video, I went ahead and I scrubbed it, and I also moisturized my face. So if you haven't tried it, check it out because it's actually really nice. The first thing I'm going to go in with, I just bought Physicians Formula for the first time. So I'm going to try the Physicians Formula Illuminating Primer first. Okay, so it's kind of glowy. I see why they call it luminous. Let's see what it looks like with the foundation on top of it. So this is their foundation. It's called the Healthy Foundation. It is SPF 20, so if you're trying to take photos with this, you probably shouldn't because you might get flashback. It says it's for all skin types, and I bought MW2. That's the shade that I bought. There wasn't like a huge shade selection at all, so I don't know. We'll see if I even got the right shade for me. And I'm just going to take a dampened beauty sponge and go ahead and blend that out. Overall, not too bad, but I feel like the consistency is a little drier than I would want it to be. I'll see kind of how it sits on my face for the rest of the day, but I do like the color. I think it kind of covered a little bit of the redness up, but I am going to go in with some concealer, and I also bought a new concealer. So this is by e.l.f. This is their 16 Camo Concealer. I got it in the shade Light Peach. The concealer I was using was the Age Rewind, and I don't know, again, it was like kind of dry, and it's kind of hard to blend, so I don't know. I'm going to try this out, see how it goes. Ooh, yeah, probably way too light for me, but we shall see. Am I the only one that has like the hardest time trying to match your skin tone to foundations and concealers? Like, I don't want the concealer to match, I want the concealer to brighten, but I don't want to look white in my concealer spots. I just want to look more luminous. But I'm going to go over it with the same beauty sponge. Hopefully with a little bit of foundation that's still left on here, it'll blend it out kind of nicely. Huge mistake. I am the ghost from Christmas past. So in the summertime, I was using the Tarte Shape Tape. That was a huge no, huge pass. So what I'm going to do to kind of even this out a little bit is add some of that Shape Tape to this area, and hopefully that will kind of correct some of the whiteness that is clearly all over my face. Yeah, that definitely helped. So this looks a lot better. It's still not exactly what I want it to look like, so if you have any suggestions for really good concealers that don't look like paint when you put them on your face and that aren't dry, put those in the comments below because I am struggling so hard to find a good concealer that works with my skin. I want it to be like wet, like I want it to be a wet consistency, so if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Right now I'm going to set it down with my Becca Soft Light powder, and I'm going to use this really like flexible fluffy brush from Morphe. So I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes and anywhere where I put the concealer. I haven't been baking at all because, again, all of the places that I've been putting concealer have been getting really dry because the concealer itself is drying. So I'm not going to bake on top of that because that really dries you up. So I've just been using the Becca powder and it's been working really well in combination with my finishing step, which is the all-nighter pollution protection spray from Urban Decay. So that's been working for me. The next thing I'm going to do is go into my Park Ave Princess palette here, and this I dip into these two shades to go ahead and put my contour down. I'm not going to use any liquid to start because I'm not going out. I usually only do that when I go out at night now. So this pretty much does the trick. I'm using a Real Techniques brush just from the drugstore to apply that with.
I know where we can go, where the sunrise lasts forever, and it's all you and me.
I'm going to use a smaller, similar brush from the Morphe Rose Gold collection, dipping into the same exact two shades and then just bringing it up my nose. Just a little nose contouring. I really love this palette because it's got everything you need for the different seasons. So right now I'm a lot lighter skinned, so these work really nicely, whereas in the summertime I can dip into these and it's all in one palette. So I love this palette. It's really probably one of my favorite high-end pieces that I've ever bought. So that's perfect. I'm done with the contour, so I'm going to move on to blush. I don't usually use really pinky blushes, but because we are doing a Valentine's Day look, I am going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills blush kit. It's in Radiant. I think I'm going to mix between this top shade, because that's just like way too Barbie pink, and mix it with the one below it. And I'm using a small flare brush from Morphe. So I'm going to dip into the two, tap off a little bit of the excess, mix some fake apples, and apply the blush. Alright, that completes the blush. And the last step for the face is going to be the highlight. Again, I'm going to use an Anastasia Beverly Hills product. This is the Aurora Glow Kit, and I'm going to go in with Eclipse. This is my favorite. Just right on the tops, and then a little bit on the Cupid's bow, chin, and down the nose. It's probably safer to go ahead and start with your eyes first, but I was so excited to try some of the new face stuff that I just like kind of hopped in without even realizing what I was doing. But anyways, I'm going to use another Anastasia Beverly Hills kit. This is the Modern Renaissance palette. It's got all those pinks and purple shades in here, so I'm going to use this for the Valentine's Day look today. I think what I'm going to go in first with is Bone Fresco. It's kind of like a light purpley shade, and I'm going to put that into my transition area right here and just kind of buff that out. So I went in a couple of times because I really wanted to intensify the purple toward the outer edge. But that is going to be your transition shade. We're not using browns, we're not using creams, just this purple. It's really, really pretty. And it buffs out kind of nicely. I know there's a lot of fallout in this palette, so I'm going to try to be really, really careful because I really should have went in with the eyes first, but I didn't. So we're going to work with what we have. The next shade I'm going to go in with is Love Letter, and it's this nice purple. And pretty much, we're only going to be working with 3 shades today. So that initial Bone Fresco, now Love Letter, I'm going to pack into the outer corner, and then eventually I'm going to put Vermeer in all over the base of my eyelid, and then we're going to buff it back out, and that'll be the look. So I'm going to go in with that purple shade. I just went with the brush that comes with the kit, so that was easy. Now I'm going to pack on the Love Letter deep purple shade with this small Morphe brush. It's the M514, and I'm gonna pack that right down here very light-handedly and push it up into the crease as best that I can.
Come get lost with me. Come get lost with me. Come get lost with me.
That was layer number 1, so I kept it very, very tight to the outside C, pushed it up and over a little bit into my crease. But I'm going to go in one more time just to intensify that color, and I'm just going to keep it in those same spots. I'm not going to drag it over any farther because I really kind of want the gradient effect of it being lighter in the middle and getting darker toward the outside. To blend it out a little bit, I'm going to go back in with the original brush and the original transition color. Just buff it out so it's not too crazy intense. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of myself. There's no fallout so far. I'm gonna go in with Vermeer, and I'm actually just gonna do it with my finger because my fingers are nice and warm. I don't want it to apply patchy, so I'm not gonna trust a brush right now. I'm just gonna go in probably with my middle finger. Actually, my ring finger. It's softer to apply with your ring finger. And I'm just gonna swirl it up and put it on the inside and drag it over. Like that. So it's gonna look a little crazy, so instead of just leaving it like this, I'm gonna go back in with that deep shade and the small Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna kind of push that color over on top of the shimmer color so that it's not so intense. I'm gonna go in one more time with the transition color, and then we will start going underneath the eye. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this pencil brush by the Morphe Rose Gold collection. I'm going to dip it into Love Letter, which was that deep purple shade, and I'm just going to tight line the bottom lash.
So you and me will kiss the sky goodnight.
As you can see, I only drug it about halfway. You just really want it to connect with the upper eyeshadow just a little bit, and then if you think it's too intense, you can go in with the pencil brush with the leftover purple and just go into that original shade that we used for the transition and kind of buff it out a little bit if you think it's too intense for you. I have a really deep skin tone, so this kind of works perfectly. But now I'm going to move into eyeliner. So I want this to kind of be really deep, so I'm going to take just a wooden pencil and go and tight line the bottom and top waterlines. I was thinking about doing a big wing, but I really like the way that the purple is coming through, so I don't really want to drown that out with a bunch of black, especially because I'm going to be putting false lashes on and everything. I don't want it to all just end up being covered. So I'm going to put just a tiny little bit of black on the very, very, very outsides just to make that deepness really continual on the outside. I'm not going to touch the inner corners at all. And then I'm going to go in with my false lashes, which are going to be my famous Ardell Wispies, of course. And when that is finished, then I'll hop back on camera. Okay, lashes are on. Final 2 steps will be eyebrows and lips. So I'm gonna use my trusty old Anastasia. I didn't realize how many Anastasia Beverly Hills products I was using today, but a ton. And I'm gonna use her Dip Brow Pomade just to sculpt my brows out. And by the way, I know that they are crazy. They are looking so crazy, but I'm getting them waxed today because I'm heading to Florida for the next 10 days. Yes, you heard me correctly. 10 days. I will be gone. I work in a school district doing music therapy, so that's my full-time job. And we get a February break. Oh, praise the Lord. So I get to leave, and I'm going with my fiance to go visit his parents who are currently staying there for a couple months. So yeah, I'm going to do a packing video. Let me know what you'd like to see for when we're down there, and I'll do a few days of vlogging. So yeah, I think we're probably going to do spa day and all that fun stuff. So for now, I'm just going to like try to follow my natural shape and just fill it in a little bit, and then I'll get it waxed this afternoon when I'm done with all my students. But yeah, so I'll just kind of zoom through this, and then I'll show you what I'm using for my lip, and we'll be done.
Stay
Okay, last but not least, we're going to be doing the lips. I'm just going to use a CoverGirl lip stain. So it's shaped like a lipstick, but it doesn't actually apply as thickly as a lipstick. I'm just going to throw that on, add a little bit of pink to my lip, and we'll be finished. Okay guys, that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed this fun, easy Valentine's Day tutorial. If you have any suggestions for future videos, then leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget, I am doing a wedding series currently. I also upload a little bit of music, so if you enjoy my stuff, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified for my next video. And that's pretty much it, so I'll see you guys next time.